Hey guys, Kevin from the Wisconsin Rural Folk Society. Finally the weekend, and I'm in my garage and it's raining. So, well, I'm in the workshop at least, and I'm working on the altar table today. I won't really post too much preview about that, but I'm going to work and talk maybe. Trying to think how I'm actually going to do this. But yeah, tomorrow we're going on a hike, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to film because it's supposed to be like a 50% chance of rain. So this will probably be your video. Hit the tripod, why not? Make the video real shaky. So yeah, I got the idea for an altar before. We talked a little bit about altars before, but nothing really in depth. The majority of altars are outside. Those are heathen altars in the European tradition, open air. The table sitting in the corner is something of a new age, maybe just a small home, whatever. And that's right, some people, that's all they can afford. You know, they don't have the property to go out and put up an altar. And now I do. So, like I said in the last video, we talked about this. Eventually, I'm going to start by building an altar, and I'm going to take the camera with me, and we're going to talk about it and everything else. I have a giant pine log. It's got to be over 10 feet long. And I just got the greatest of ideas after seeing a picture. It's going to be modified a little bit and things of that nature. So you're going to follow me as we start doing that. This is kind of a break weekend for me because everyone's home, so I can, spend time with the family as well. And that might be the subject today too, is that I've noticed that most jobs, works, things like that, they're running their employees right to the max on things. It's ridiculous. I had some issues come up, and I basically had to get a doctor's note to take care of these issues. But maybe towards the winter I'll be able to go back. But why would you want to take a short weekend and go spend it all the time like that? At work, come home, then you got stuff to do here, you got places to work on, you got your hearth, you got your family to contend with. Make time for your family. Everyone will tell you that the golden years you have are when you're in retirement, you sit a few years on a beach or wherever, and then you go to a nursing home, you forget your name, and you start crapping yourself essentially. And they tell you that's your golden years of retirement. No, your golden years are when you can traverse mountains, cross rivers, and chase your kids through the yard. Cherish those years. When you're older, work all you want, I guess. It might keep you younger too. I've known guys that are really old and that's all they do is work until they die. Or they don't, and they retire, they get a max 5 to 10 years. Our ancestors didn't work this much. It's the product of modern society today. And it's a shame. It really is. It's a hard thing. When I told my employer that I need to take time not only to heal myself up, but also time for my family, they looked at me, oh, so sad. It was the sarcastic asshole attitude. I'm not going to sit here and go make these guys money because the past few months things have been they've been hit and miss, you could say. Things have been alright, and then things have been real, why? You're working 50, 60 hours a week, and everyone thinks it's going to stop eventually. It's not going to stop. This has been going on since the whole COVID pandemic, and now they're trying to force in another mask mandate in our state, which is utterly ridiculous. So, but anyways, I'm hoping to do some filming tomorrow. Maybe we'll do some bushcrafting as well. Our hunter's ritual is coming up in October, and that is basically kind of the berserker's ritual. A lot of the men do go, a lot of women don't. This is kind of a guy event because we're actually out in the middle of nowhere. We walk about a mile, 2 miles off the trails through bog and beaver swamp. We camp out primitively. We do bush skills. We build shelters. We do things like that. We do things that heathens used to do when they were part of those small warrior bands, living off that way. The only thing we don't do is raiding. So, but that event is kind of open to the public and not very limited participation because of the area we're in, and you would have to be vetted as well. But it's things like this that you take the time off to remember, because if you don't, you're gonna regret not doing it. So this video will be up Monday, and hopefully there's more to it. But I'm gonna get working on my stuff here because I'm in the mood to work now. Now I've been out and awake and I'm everything else. And we'll catch you guys later. Oh, what to talk about? So out here for a nice hike up north. And the weather cleared up, so we were actually able to go out. We haven't been out since buying the new home. And so it's nice to actually be able to get out. We're up in Star Lake right now. It's way up north past Eagle River. And I forgot my microphone, so hopefully that wind's not too bad. And we stopped to take a small break. And it's places like these that I wish I could build an altar in, but most of these places are easily accessible. And people are pretty reckless, or they're destructive, or they'll just see it as a pile of rocks or whatever. But yeah, I think most of the winter is going to be a lot of carving, some other things. We'll have a Yule coming up. We'll have our Hunter's Ritual in October. That's going to be the second week of October. So if you're interested in that, drop us a line. That takes a lot of planning, and it takes a little bit of knowledgeable skills. But so yeah, I mean, you could probably hear the boats in the background. And probably the highway. It's a beautiful place, but a place like this is nice to come out and have bloats to. They're not really permanent altar sites. Not like we're hoping to do on that mountaintop that I keep posting about. But that's going to take a little bit of exploration. So anyway, guys, if there's anything interesting else, I'll fire up the camera. We'll get it. Until then, this is probably your video for the week. I'll include a picture collage of everything we've seen so far too. There's a lot in this area. So, alright, stay rural. Hey guys, we're back. And we found one of the awesome trees we've actually ever seen. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's a spruce of some kind. It might actually be a yew.
It's a cedar tree.
It's a cedar? Yeah.
Some kind of cedar.
Yeah, it's a cedar tree. But we'll turn around here and I'll show you. What do you guys think of that?
Oh, cedar.
Cedar? So it's places like this is where you'd like to find and kind of venerate and worship with the altars and stuff, because that is pretty unique. Not to mention the rockets near and water, so you have elements of a very nice altar site right here in the making. And we've been stopping quite a bit. We've seen ducks, eagles, birds of all kinds. It's a pretty wild place, Star Lake. A lot of people, but it's not too bad. But anyways, we're going to continue our walk. Anything more, I'll post it up.
Of all the trees that grow so fair, old England to adorn, greater honour beneath the sun than oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all of a midsummer's morn. Surely we sing of no little thing in oak and ash and thorn. Oak of the clay lived many a day, or ever Aeneas began. Ash of the loam was a lady at home when Brut was an outlaw man. Thorn of the Downs saw new Troy town, from which was London born. Witness hereby the ancient try of oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all of a midsummer's morn. Surely we sing of no little thing in oak and ash and thorn. You that is old in churchyard mould, he breedeth a mighty bow. All of her shoes do wise men choose, and beach for cups also. But when ye have killed and your bowl is spilled, your shoes are clean outworn. Back ye must speed for all that ye need to oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all of a midsummer's morn. Surely we sing of no little thing in oak and ash and thorn. Elm she hates mankind and waits till every gust be laid, to drop a limb on the head of him that anyway trusts her shade. But whether a lad be sober or sad, or mellow with ale from the horn, he'll take no wrong when he lieth along neath oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all of a midsummer's morn. Surely we sing of no little thing in oak and ash and thorn. Oh, do not tell the priest our plight, or he would call it a sin. But we've been out in the woods all night, a-conjuring summer in, and we bring you news by word of mouth, good news for cattle and corn. Now is the sun come up from the south, with oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all of a midsummer's morn. England shall bide till judgment tide by oak and ash and thorn.